So this is my 2020 F150 3.5 liter EcoBoost, and it has a problem. The skid plate underneath, which is made from some sort of like, oh, I don't know, velvet or type material, felt. It's about ready to fall off right there. So I'm gonna get up under here and I'm gonna take it off, and I'm gonna replace it with a metal one that'll never have to be replaced again. Now, I bought this truck new a couple years ago in 2020, and I spent $70,000 on this truck. Why does it have basically a paper skid plate is beyond me. I don't know, but the one that I bought is a Ford part. It's an OEM part, and that is the one that I'm going to replace it with. So let's get to it. So here's the new one, the replacement one. It's pretty solid steel. I have it on sawhorses because I'm going to cover it with some bedliner paint. It's scratched up. This is how it was shipped. This is how it showed up at my doorstep. Was not in a box or anything. So some of the scratches and stuff, I'm sure, are from shipping, but also I like to protect it a little bit because, again, it's steel. I live in Ohio. We get winters with salt because of the snow, and it's going to rust, and I'd like it to last for a little while. So I'm going to shoot some bedliner on it before I install it. And I'm going to do a little zoom up there of the part number, HL3Z7222E. Pretty sure this is what they put on the Raptor. It's an actual Ford part. I would not spend any money on an aftermarket one because, one, nobody's going to see it. Two, this is $160 and it's going to do the job perfectly. So I'm going to get some paint on it and we'll get it under the truck. Now, when you come down here to take this off, there are two 8mm bolts in the front, and then this bracket right here. There's an 8mm right there. But don't even bother taking that one off. Take this 13 off right here because the new metal skid plate is going to bolt right there. So you're going to take this little L bracket off on both sides. Now here's a comparison of the old versus new. The bedliner paint's still drying on this, but this thing, man, it's just, here's where it was, that bracket was just about ripped off and it was hanging down because of that. But I mean, look at this. I can just bend this thing. I don't know what material specifically it's made out of, but it's cheap and it's flimsy, and I cannot believe that they would put this on a $70,000 truck. So I'm glad that it's off. It's horrible. I mean, you can see the fibers there. It's definitely some sort of fibrous felt-ish. I don't know, but it's straight shit. So I can't wait to get that bad boy on after the paint dries. So you're gonna need an extra 13mm bolt and nut, and these are the part numbers for those. It has one more tab than that little paper poopy diaper what was there. These are the nuts. Comes in a pack of 4. You're only gonna need 2, but I suppose it doesn't hurt to have a couple laying around, extras. I will say that I am extremely impressed with how fast Ford got these to me. I ordered midday, around 2-3 p.m., and they were on my doorstep the next morning. They overnighted them, and shipping was free. So, like I said, the skid plate, it's like $159, $160, and these are cheap. I think they're like $5 a bag or something like that. But all overnight shipped via FedEx, and I did not expect that. I thought they'd be here because of free shipping, and 3-4 days a week maybe, but they overnighted them, so really cool. So I'm starting to install. I got one bolt put in over here, and before I get the rest of them put in, I mentioned that you're going to need an extra nut and bolt, and that is for this tab right there, and it goes here. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. And I got it. Cool. So it just kind of clips in right there, and you want to do that before you get the other side, which is still in the ground, up there, because it'll be a lot harder to get your fingers into that little hole right there. And it's in. So you got the two 13mm bolts there and there, and then up under you reuse that 8mm and 8mm there from the old one. And that's about the simplest car repair that I've ever done, and it looks way better than some poopy diaper hanging under the truck. There is another one in the front that I imagine I will have to replace soon with something similar. But yeah, guys, under $200 and a vast improvement over what was there from the factory. See you in the next one.